What's up, guys? Had to come to you with a real quick video today. We talking about the 2-minute rule. This is a basic procrastination tactic that helps you guys tackle procrastination, whether it's a task that you know will take a long time or if it's a task that only takes 2 minutes, right? I personally wanted to talk about this because it's up on my 2025 vision board. I have a little sticker that says 2-minute rule, and every time I look at it, I get a lot of stuff done, right? I just feel like it's super productive, helps me a ton, right? I don't want to do too much talking because the topic, the principle of it is super easy to understand, right? So a lot of us get in our heads thinking that, oh, it's gonna take me too long to do this, or I'm putting this thing off because it's difficult, right? It's a long process, whether that is improving yourself, reading a book, anything that you have that you should be doing, basically, that you always are putting off, and instead you spend that time scrolling on social media or doing mindless tasks like doing the dishes or your laundry or cleaning, stuff like that. Trust me, I've been there before, right? And you don't feel as productive. It's like I always use this term, it's like a false sense of accomplishment, right? I'd rather have dirty dishes with my homework done, and I'd rather have dirty dishes and 2 new YouTube videos than clean dishes and I haven't felt like I'm improving upon myself, or I haven't created any content, right? That's kind of where I'm going with this video, right? So the 2-minute rule, super basic principle, right? Any task that you have in mind, just take 2 minutes out of your day and knock it out. Whether it's something like watering your plants, right? I just put my I like to bottom water my plants, so like I fill up a jug full of water and then I put the plants on top of the water so that the water starts from the bottom, right? So I noticed my plant needed some water and I kept walking by it for like 2 days straight, and I'm like, fuck, dude, right now is it'll take 10 seconds, right? And that's the thing about this 2-minute rule. It's like, it's a good baseline, right? And there's another baseline which I like to use. It's called the 10-minute rule, right? This applies to stuff that's usually multiple hours worth of work, or just bigger stuff, right? And obviously you can't accomplish, you can't knock out a big project in 2 minutes, right? So sometimes just taking 10 minutes out of your day instead of 2 minutes, just kind of depends on how large we're talking, right? So if you have the time to watch this video, for example, and that means you have the time to do some other sort of task, right? Whether it's making a phone call, if you're at work like me, I'm in sales, right? So I'm always, I'm constantly on the phone, right? And these are the type of times where, like, oh, I'm watching a video, I'm like, dude, I should be making calls, or if I'm driving, I should be making calls, that type of deal. Or even if you're in bed watching this video, right, you're scrolling, you just stumbled upon this video. Me personally, like, obviously, like, everyone has their own thing going on, but me personally, I don't like spending a lot of time watching YouTube videos because I know that that's an opportunity cost, right? That same time I'm spending watching a video and having that false sense of accomplishment, like I talked about, even if it's like a self-help video, right? I personally would rather us turn these videos off and go accomplish stuff in the real world, right? So here I am trying to help you guys out, and me making this video is a part of that process, right? Like, I knew that, oh, it'll take 5-10 minutes out of my day. I don't want to keep procrastinating on these type of things, and it helps build consistency, right? And it helps build momentum. If you're able to, your brain is built on habits, right? If you're able to do the same thing every day for a couple minutes, your brain is like, oh, let's do it. And you extend that period of time that you actually do that activity, right? For example, for me, Duolingo, and people hate on Duolingo, and understandably so. Like, I don't think it's it's not the best way to learn a language, but the good thing about Duolingo is that it instills you build momentum. It gives you, you build a streak on there, right? So to you guys who don't know, basically Duolingo has like this streak thing where, like, you're on it for 5 days and they give you, it's basically like a game, right? You streak on it, you practice the language for 5 days, and that's the best way to learn a language. Obviously, like, the problem with that is that you're only practicing for like it could be a 1-minute lesson every day, so you're only putting in 7 minutes a week on a language, you know, you're not going to get very far with that. But my point being is that if Duolingo didn't have that streak feature, then it wouldn't be used as much, right? And people wouldn't even get that 1 minute or 2 minutes of practicing that language, right? And on that note, there's a lot of better apps that, you know, can help you learn languages, but, you know, that's another video. And another thing I wanted to touch on was analysis paralysis, right? And what this means is you just have, your brain's always working, right? You have so many things that you know you should be doing or you can be doing. So your brain just shuts off and it does nothing. It does none of those things, right? It's because your brain knows it's easier to just shut off and, you know, do the stuff that it's used to doing, like doing your dishes, doing your laundry. Those are habits because you know you have to do them at some point, right? Taking a shower, cleaning, like I said, all these things are just naturally gonna come to you. But if you, at the same time, take that same energy and habit building and spend it reading it 1 page a day, or learning, you know, 10 minutes learning a new language, or going to the gym, your body will start to feel weird if you don't do these things, right? Same with brushing your teeth, right? Like, you know, you have to brush your teeth every day because you just have to, right? That's just how things work. And you should have to go to the gym, right? If you want to be in your best physical shape, you should have to read every day if you want to keep your brain, you know, intact, right? So these are just the things that I like to use: the 2-minute rule, 10-minute rule. For example, I'm super procrastinating on a lot of videos that I need to do and edit. So this is my momentum building moment, and I hope you guys can bear with me. All right, hope you guys learned something in this video. Drop a comment, drop a like, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.